So I'm seeing a lot of people saying that Trump has finally gotten himself into a jam that he just can't get himself out of because tonight he set his own deadline and he can't taco out again, but he also can't go forward with ending civilization in Iran. But there actually is kind of a third way that he can take here and declare victory. And it goes back to this famous example in negotiations from the Cuban Missile Crisis. You guys probably already know this story, but if not, JFK and his brother RFK are going back and forth with Khrushchev, and Khrushchev is going through his own bouts of anxiety and firing off a lot of different messages. And one of the messages is a pretty decent resolution to the crisis, but before the Americans can respond to it, he withdraws it and sends a new one that has much greater demands. And RFK comes up with the idea of saying, ignore this most recent one and just announce that you have accepted the second to last one, the one that he withdrew. But he made the offer, so just accept it and then say you've accepted it and this is over. And he did that, and Khrushchev is like, okay, well, I guess this is over. So Iran, for weeks now, has put forward roughly a 10-point plan that is a totally fine deal for the United States. You can go find it on Dropside if you want. The details really aren't the point here. They have also now said they've cut off direct and indirect conversations with the United States after Trump threatened to end their civilization. But what Trump could do, because the US media has barely reported that Iran has laid out these conditions for ending the war permanently, it will be a shock to the American public that these conditions even exist. So Trump can use the media's complicity in this and say, because of my threats, Iran has now offered me these terms. I am accepting the terms. Iran is on bended knee. I am victorious. And then this is over. Now, Iran could say, well, hold on a second. Like, we don't really accept these terms anymore, but they are Iran's terms. And at that point, Iran can keep shooting for a while. But at some point, if you're not getting shot at and the U.S. is offering, what you offered, the thing will wrap up. So Trump does have a way out if he wants it. If he chooses civilizational annihilation, that's a choice. He still has choices to make.